Hi there, welcome to today's video. Got a special one today. Just finished this Pith sketchbook. 78 sketches in there. I'm going to have a look through that in a minute, and most of them have been done with this Casein paint. So I'd say about 75 or 76 of them are done with Casein, and there's a couple of charcoal pieces in there. And I'll show you throughout the video what my palette looks like as we go. I've used these brushes that go in the tube, and yeah, these paints and a graphite stick. So that's virtually all I've used in this whole sketchbook, and they're all done outside except for one. Two actually. Two of them were done inside. You'll see those as we go because of the rain. It was too bad to go outside, but normally I'll go out in all weathers. And yeah, a very special book. Lots of places that mean a lot to me in there. These landscapes and things. So it was a brilliant project, and I'm going to do another one in the new year because I liked it so much. I'm thinking about making a book of it. So a book exactly the sort of same size, and it will look just like the sketchbook. And that will be available for sale if I get enough interest. So if you're interested in anything like that, I might do a crowdfunder, something like that. So basically you pay, say, £20 for instance on the crowdfunder, and you'll be guaranteed a copy of the book, which I'll send to you when it's printed out. It's just to pay for the printing, really. The upfront costs are quite high. Quite a nice project, I think. So if you're interested in something like that, let me know. And don't forget, on the YouTube channel, we've got the membership scheme running. So if you want to support the channel in that way, for a small fee, you'll get some behind the scenes footage and some extra little videos, which I'll do here and there. Yeah, better get on and look through it, hadn't we? Okay, so the first one was at Upton Towers on a 3-mile beach. Freezing cold day, January. Really cold, icy wind. Good way to start the book. Okay, nice and clean it is. So I'm going to put that there. Okay, right, get started. Madeline was helping me with some filming that day. And I chose Casein because I like it. It's very opaque paint and it dries really quickly. Ideal when you don't want to be out there too long in the cold. This one is in a video, the Strada video. Nice after winter sun in the afternoon. And next we're on to Port Town, on the north coast, Cornwall. And I think that was with Sketch Club as well, that one. Another cold day. Great location. Casein again. This is Carnbray from Barncuse. Really cold late afternoon in January. I like it up there. Lovely colours. The brackens died off. And this is a tea bowl by ceramic artist Sarah Coolin. Done part of the Strada challenge on a rainy January day. So nice still life in charcoal. This is Trelisic. Great view. Another one late afternoon. Seems to be my favourite time at the moment. Used to be mornings. And we're over to Helston Boating Lake here with all the birds. See the seagulls flying around in the sketch. This is Cambrai again. This time it's from St Uni Churchyard. Again, late afternoon, just as the light was going. And the winter trees. Quite a cold morning here at Nanslow. Spent a lot of time here with Basil and Pip, our old dog, in the past. One of my favourite places, and there he is. I know time's gone by. He's still going, but he's a bit old now to come out to places like this. Oh, this one was freezing. I remember this well. Up on the mine complex, South Wheel Francis. Yeah, absolutely freezing. Always cold there, even in the summer. Another cold one on the track leading past Wheel Uni in Redruth. I was drawn to that sort of tree and that gate. You see how the wind's pushed it over the tree. Prevailing wind coming from the west. This is Trevornant's Cove at St Agnes. Really lovely location. Again, very cold. As you can tell by my hat, gloves and multiple layers. Casein again. This was a frosty morning in Redruth as I was making my way to the studio. Just decided to stop off and sketch this urban scene. I really enjoyed it actually. One of my favourite sketches in the book. You have to let me know which is your favourite sketch. It'd be interesting to see what sketch becomes the most popular out of the book actually. We could do a poll. Winter colours up at Wheel Uni. The bracken, which has gone all lovely red as it's died back. Even got a scarf on for this one. Is that cold up there? I think this was with Sketch Club, which I run every couple of weeks throughout the year in all weathers. Into the woods for this one, down Digidna Lane near Helston. Well wrapped up again there. Very peaceful spot. Quite difficult sketching there because of the steep bank that the wood's on, but great fun. It's an old track, so the cattle used to go down to Low Pool. Edge of the woods. So basically this here is at the end of that track where you've just seen me sketching in the woods. So it goes down that way and then makes its way to Low Pool. That's on a different day, of course. This is Cambrai from Dulcoath mine, which is the deepest mine in Cornwall. Well, it used to be anyway. It's obviously disused now. It's a great place for sketching. Very cold though, exposed. Back to the coast in Porthleven for this one. Again, really cold and quite stormy. So in fact, this tide was coming in. I started to sketch on the beach and had to retreat up to the top because of the tide. Nearly took all my equipment away. A late afternoon sketch here at Gwithian Beach. Really nice. It's great to see the people out and sort of kids playing on the beach even in the winter. They're playing football and flying kites and things like that. It's really nice. Enjoyed that sketch a lot. That's another one of my favourites. I think it's caught the atmosphere of the day. And this was a stormy one. This was a storm. I can't remember the name of the storm. It might be on the sketch there. my word, it was rough. Probably not the best place to be in the woods actually on a day like that, but couldn't resist it. I was trying to get out of the wind, to be honest. It's in Tahiti. This was an absolute rank day of weather, but I needed to do this sketch for that Strada easel challenge. So I just got some oil pastel and pencil and stuff like that, a hail estuary. It's the best I could do that day. Just didn't stop raining. This paper is not ideal in the rain, that's the only thing. It's lovely paper, very good quality, but not ideal in the rain. Then back to the coast here, on the north coast, Cornwall there. Lovely afternoon. Due towards Portreath from Porthtowan on the coast path. Oh, this was cold as well. This was freezing, this one. It was right on the top by Cambrai Castle. And there's the monument looking over to St Agnes Beacon, and it was freezing. Very exposed at the top there, but the light was so good. I just wanted this big view. There's a clean palette there. It doesn't look like that when I finished. Yeah, the smooth paper, I really like it for the Casein. It's designed for dry media, but I think it works really well with the Casein. Back to Trevornitz Cove for this one in the middle of February. I do like it there actually. It's got a different feel to it. It's on the north coast, St Agnes. Really nice. Get some great light in the afternoon there in the winter. This is back up in Stratford-on-Avon now, visiting my mum. This is Welcome Hotel. Another cold day, very wet and damp as well, as I've got my wet gear on this time. Yeah, quite enjoyable sketch though. While I was in Stratford, I went to visit a place I used to live many years ago. This is called Wellesbourne. And the little river there. Big change in weather, look. Actually quite mild that day. It's so bizarre how weather can change so quickly from day to day. This long view here across the Cambrai, long view here of Wheel Uni from Cambrai. This was with Sketch Club again. One of our favourite locations for sketching because of the different views you can have, like 360 views, 360 degrees. Godrevy Island and the lighthouse. We're into March now, so the light's changing. It's getting days are getting a little bit longer. Lovely location for sketching and painting. Yeah, I like that one too. I think that's caught the atmosphere really nicely, that has. This is up in the Cotswolds. Let's drop off some work up to Birmingham. And decided to do a bit of sketching while I was up there. This view in the Cotswolds. Nice field, I like it. Quiet. This is St Agnes Head from Porthtowan. There's the view down the other way, and that's the view across the beach looking north. And that's the view I chose, and the seaweed was very interesting actually, and the rocks in the foreground, I really quite like that. And that was a Sketch Club sketch as well. Another sketch club outing. This is near the A30, so you can hear and see there the road traffic going by on the A30 flyover. And I just quite like this track and the shadows, morning shadows running across the track there. That's what drew me into that one. I enjoyed that quite a lot. This is a view from Carmarth of Carnbray. Really great place for walking Carmarth. Quite barren and exposed, but yeah, really great fun up there. Like it a lot. Can't get out of the wind though. Very windy place, but yeah, I enjoyed that one a lot. Oh, this was incredibly windy. We had a big storm come in, and this was Cape Cornwall, so probably not the best location in a storm, but got a half decent sketching anyway. As the light was going down. So see, this is 8 PM already. 5th of April that was. Now this is 5 PM on the 9th of April. Bassett's Cove. This is on the North Cliffs, not far from the studio. And there's my friend Neil, who went sketching together. A couple of pics of this. Should we take a photo of both of us sketching?
Yeah, well, yeah.
So you've got shorts and no coats on already. So the seasons change. It's interesting to watch throughout the book here how the weather and seasons have changed throughout the book. There's a wintry tree there. This is somewhere called Surgery Lane, Connor Downs, near Hale. And you get all types of weather in the same day, look, while you're sketching in the same hour. These sketches normally take about 40 minutes to an hour now. These a little bit more complicated than a quick oil pastel sketch or oil bar sketch or charcoal. This has gone back to Carmarth for this one on one of the tracks, and I quite like this evening light that was raking across the track there. Obviously changing very quickly, so I had to be quite quick with that one. Carnbray from Hope Farm. Nice long view of Carnbray, I quite like that distant view. I'm getting quite warm now. If I remember right, this was a Sunday afternoon. Really nice fun, really good fun. And a nice walk too. This is another view of Carnbray. This time it's from near Travaskis Farm, which is Trenowin Lane. And again, I was interested in the shadows on the path, on the track there, and the distant view of Carnbray there. Again, another one of Carnbray. There we are, right in the distance there, you can see it. These lovely birds singing on this track. And lovely valley there, so I'll definitely go return to that spot for a bit of painting, I think. This one was Falmouth, Pendennis Point. Went to see an exhibition with a friend of mine, Neil Thomas. He's another artist here at the studios at Crowgie. And we both decided to do a bit of sketching after the private view before we went home. So we did. And there it is. That's mine. Lizard from Pendennis Point. And this is Wheel Uni. You see the two engine houses there, the two mines side by side. Very iconic of Cornwall. This is an interesting one because that light was changing very quickly. That's Godrevy Lighthouse there. And I was really interested in this sort of deep blue in the sky contrasting with this orange earth and the green below. So quite a difficult sketch because the light was changing really quickly, but that's what interested me, those contrasts between the orange and the blue there. So we're into May now. This is with Sketch Club again. You can see a couple of my fellow sketchers there to the side of me, their heads bobbing around with this time-lapse video. So you can see how constantly we sketch, you looking constantly looking at your subject. So your head's bobbing up and down all the time. And this is the view I did from Buller Hill, view across to St Agnes Beacon from there. That's Wheel Uni, and St Agnes Beacon is just to the right there. There we are. But that was really windy, quite cold wind actually, for May. Not cold enough to keep shorts off. Same day actually, went off over to Portreath. Did a bit of sketching by the coast. Again, still windy up there, but yeah, couldn't resist it. Really in the groove that day. So I did two. One landscape and one coastal. And that's the coastal one. Gull Rock. And don't forget, just let me know which is your favourite. I'd really be interested to find out of all these that we're going through now. This is the Wheel Uni engine house, which we go to quite a lot with Sketch Club, and that was me posing there, by the way, for a photo. So that's one of the engine houses. That's up there. There's two side by side. One that crushed the ore and the other one pumped the water out. This is back near Stratford again, Wellesbourne, and we had a great sighting of some of a red kite bird of prey flying around, which we're going to see in a minute. This is the sketch underway. I just really like this spot. So I've been there before. There's the red kite. I'll be quiet for a minute so you can listen to the birds. Lovely sight, really enjoyed that a lot. Made my day, that did. Still had some sketching to do though. And that's what we made of it. So I did the red kite in the sketch with the rooks following on behind. Great fun. Back to Cornwall. This is Godrevy Lighthouse from the beach. And this was freezing actually. I got really cold. I wasn't ready for the cold. I thought it was going to be warmer than it was. As the sun was going down, it got colder and colder. And shorts weren't really appropriate. I should have had some trousers on. This was a sketch club sketch. And we decided to go to the cafe because it was absolutely pouring down with rain. It's a case of just setting up on the table there at the Grow Box Cafe and sketching what we saw in front of us. It's great fun actually, a very different sketch for the book, really nice, enjoyed it, especially with the coffee. And they do great coffee there. This is up in Dartmoor. Popped up to see a craft fair and decided to stop off and do some sketching, and blow me down, the rain came in, chucked it down. So I started to do a quick monochrome sketch with the Casein there. It's the best I could do, and drawing in with a bit of charcoal. This is from Buckets Hill in Redruth. We'd often visit here with Sketch Club. And that's a view across to St Agnes Beacon there. Quite a nice landscape. So we're into June now. This is a track opposite the fish and chip shop. This is sketch club outing, and it's great fun, that is, up there. Not too far from the studio to walk for everybody. I think we can get out the way. It's very quiet, peaceful. This is back onto the coast now. This is at Greenaway Beach near Polzeth. I was up there doing some work for my exhibition, getting some reference material. And this was really hot that day, actually. And yeah, great fun. I enjoyed that a lot, that sketch. I think it's caught the feeling of that afternoon, definitely. The colours and everything. And another one I really enjoyed was, this is Godrevy Island, again, the lighthouse, with the Horsebox Cafe on the beach, you can see, and the people milling around down there. That's from the town, Upton Towns, up on the top in amongst the dunes, looking down. Enjoyed that one a lot. I think that sketch has caught the moment nicely too. Some I'm really pleased with, others not quite so much, but yeah, I'd be interested to find out which is your favourite, which are your favourites. You could do me a top 3 or something like that, that'd be great, and I'll compile it and see which one is the people's choice. These are some Last of the Foxgloves up on Carmarth one evening. That's good fun too. Here we're going up to South Will Francis Mines with Sketch Club. You can see some of my fellow sketchers down there, sat down, sketching amongst the dogs running around. And here we go back to the cafe to look through our sketchbooks together. And that's really good fun. And there I've included a sketcher in the sketch there, in a green top on the left. Bray over there, we're actually at Wheel Uni Mine Complex. This was boiling hot. Went with Madeline, do a bit of filming. So there is a video of this one. Really hot weather sketch, and the camera kept shutting down because it was actually too hot. So a bit too hot to be up there, but we fancied doing a video, me and Madeline, so we did. And yeah, should have found somewhere a bit cooler really by the sea. You live and learn, don't you, I think. This was a sketch club sketch at Victoria Park in Redruth. And we'd sometimes go there because the trees are quite nice colours. Enjoyed painting that lovely sort of alizarin crimson tree. So middle of July now, again back up to Polzeth area along the coast there, north coast, looking towards Tintagel, getting some reference for the gallery up in Polzeth for my next sort of series of paintings. So that was good fun too. Great bit of stretch of coastline, that is. Lovely for walking. See a lot of walkers up there. And then had to go up to Stratford, up to the Midlands, more to visit the gallery again in Birmingham, see my mum. And this was really hot again, very hot day. Went off sketching a place called Milcote, which is an old tramway. And I found this field just off to the side of it and decided to sketch this view in the corner of this field. So it was really quiet. And I was in the shade, which was great. And then I went to explore the woods next day, near Dorsington. There's this series of woods. This is Giddings Wood, Heart of England Forest, where they're recreating this forest. So you've got a wildlife corridor which runs through the centre of England there, and it's a great location. Although I must say I got lost coming back from that one. Lost my bearings a bit because all the fields look the same with all these young trees. great fun though for sketching. This was a late evening sketch, so this was really fast. I had to do this really fast because the light faded so quickly. This is the view looking round towards Gwythian. You can see the bay there. And yeah, really super fast sketch, but it's good fun to do that sometimes. This is with Sketch Club again, Redruth Town Centre. I love this sketch, really enjoyed it a lot. It's one of my favourites in the book personally. I really enjoyed it. Something a bit different, more of a challenge with the perspective and things like that in the buildings and an urban setting. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. And it's good fun to be sketching with other people. This is 21st of August now. Look, Carngalva. This is off. Went sketching with a friend of mine, Stuart. Sketching that tin mine on the edge there, Stuart. There he is, sketching away amongst the gorse. I had to hike up this great big hill to get this lovely view across towards that engine house on the top of the hill there. And there's the sea behind it. So that's the sea looking sort of the Penzance side. That is looking, that's the sea on the Penzance side there. And this is on the north coast now. This is Gwythian. Looking across to St Ives on a lovely hot sunny day. And the tide was right out. Fantastic. Most people were going swimming. I decided to go sketching. And had a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I forgot to have the live settings on my phone for when I was taking pictures, so they just had to use these stills, which I'd love to have had the movement of the people on there for you to see, but it's the best I could do, I'm afraid. But I really enjoyed that one a lot. So that is one of my favourites. I just seem to like putting these people in. It's great fun. Where are we now? 26th of August. Look at that. And this is Castle Drogo in Devon. Again, just travelling back from somewhere. I always tend to stop off if I can to have a break out of the car. I always wanted to go to this place just off the A30. And that's the view of the valley. Very windy day again, but yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. It's a National Trust property, that is, Castle Drogo. Worth a visit if you're passing. And this one is Tincroft Mine near Bray on the Mineral Tramways trail, and I had all weather in the space of an hour. Sunny, windy, cold, cloudy, and then it chucked it down with rain as well afterwards. Just as I was finishing off, I used the wall of the engine house there as my table to put my stuff. Like that, and sketch the view of Carnbray. Look across on the top of the hill there. That's Carnbray up there. And yeah, I loved it. Great location. A bit difficult to access though on foot. Quite overgrown. And you've got to watch there's no mine shafts. And that's what happened just as I was finishing off. So I had to shelter behind the wall there to protect my book. But yeah, very enjoyable sketch. Quite like that red archway. The red brick archway there. So this is another outing with Sketch Club. This time we went to Tahiti. I was sketching the lake, which was really good fun. Get these reflections. I try to give people a different challenge every time we go out with Sketch Club. So sometimes it's long view, landscapes. Other times we've got reflections like this. Then we might maybe in town. Doing buildings, it challenges you. This is a very peaceful place, lovely. This is a new location for me, this one. This is called Wheel Busy, and I've never been there before. I don't know why, but two people mentioned it to me on the same day and said, "Have you ever been there?" I thought, "No, where is it?" So I went to find out, and I love it. Absolutely love it there. Some great landscape views, fantastic buildings, engine houses. It's yeah, really great fun. And there's the casein drying really quickly in the wind, so you can layer it up really quickly and paint as though you're painting oils, really. Nice opaque paint, which I really like it. We're into September here. This is back down into Helston. This is Nanslow. Oh, there he is. Basil, a few years ago. Obviously he's a bit too old to be doing that type of walk now. We used to come down here a lot. This was our main location for sketching for many years. So I do like to go back and revisit it from time to time. This is the state of my brushes. I don't use good brushes when I'm painting with casein because it does tend to damage them. You really got to wash them out properly with soapy water. And there's the palette next to the sketch. You can see the colours I've used. And that was really nice and warm. Lovely time to be sketching, that was. Nice time of year, September. And I've always liked that gap through the hedge there, where they take the cattle into the next field. We're back to Wheel Busy again here. This was a sketch club outing in the morning, and again we had some dark clouds and rain, unfortunately. And there's Basil pottering about. I really like that building. Yeah, really good fun, but yeah, a bit miserable that day actually, the weather. A bit like this one really. This is at Penzance, Jubilee Pool, really grey. Hey, just a quick video note for what I've been up to today. I had to drop the car off at the Citroen garage for a bit of work at Long Rock, so I walked into Penzance and I thought I'd just do this quick sketch of Jubilee Pool. Hope you can hear this above the wind. It's just filmed on my phone. Just a little update, show you what I've been up to. This is in Casein, by the way. That's my palettes and brushes, and the Casein is over there, so in the box. Might try and do another one after a coffee. And yeah, so thanks again for your support. Yeah, it's good fun actually, that sketch on that grey day. Managed to get out of the wind behind the wall there, the promenade wall. This is back to Wheel Busy. Different time of day now, just and a different part of Wheel Busy. Amongst the heather, on a bit more on the top. And that's the engine house, the stack, chimney stack, which you can see. That's Wheel Busy. Back to Nanslow now. This is the view towards Higher Nanslow Farm and the cattle, which you can just see on the left there, and that track. And this was a very pleasant sketch to do because the light was really nice actually. Really nice, and it was actually quite warm. There's the palette with the colours I've been using. Same colours all the time. So I'm using cadmium yellow, lemon yellow, a cadmium red, glycerin crimson, a couple of blues, Payne's grey, an ultramarine, and sometimes some earth colours and a black and a white. Helston Boating Lake, Sketch Club. Great fun. So we try and visit a few places, but never too far from the studio, so never too far from Red Roof. And that's sort of our central point, and we just go out now and again to different locations, sketching. And that was really nice morning sketching there. And this is I couldn't resist sketching these afternoon shadows Nanslow. That's looking, there's Lower Nanslow's down to the right there. Higher Nanslow farm is on the left just there, it's just coming into shot. And I really like these shadows that these trees cast in the afternoon. I've sketched these many times over the years, so if you go back and look at some of the sketchbook videos that I've done in the past, over the past few years, you'll see this view appearing many times. This was the autumn trees at the beginning of Higher Nanslow here before the cloud came over and the shadows went. That's the sketched this point many times, this place, and over the years I've been in there with Basil quite a lot, but that's yeah, the clouds come over now, look, and there's the pool down there, and that little gap there, that's Low Pool. You can hear the jays in the woods, and yeah, clouds come over. Oh, somebody's not happy in there, there's jays. Yeah, great fun, lovely colours, couldn't resist that one. This one I definitely had to do before the autumn colours went. This one I've got a commission to do for somebody at Portheris Cove, which is down near Pendine Lighthouse, which you could just see behind me fooling around there. There's Portheris, and yeah, I've got a commission to do, so I thought I'd go down, have a look at the place, never been there before, and scout it out, do a bit of sketching, and come back with some ideas for this commission painting I've got to do. And I really liked it actually, very peaceful. You've got to walk quite a way to get to it, so that keeps quite a few people away. The walking is a bit tricky, and to get down to it is a bit tricky as well, but yeah, great, enjoyed that one. Now to go to Salisbury for this exhibition I'm part of, the Landscape Open. Got a drawing in there at the moment in the museum on exhibition. And as usual, yeah, got to do some sketching all there. These lovely autumn colours. Loads of leaves there by the cathedral. Really enjoyed this one. Then it was a bit chilly again. But then we are sort of middle of October, so what do you expect? And so I'll put the casing on sometimes, use an old brush, and just, this is an old round brush, and I just try and be as loose as I can basically. I had to paint the sketch cathedral in first, and then you have to just take a chance and put the trees on the top, and I hope you get it right. I think it's caught the moment quite nicely. I'm quite happy with that one. Obviously the cathedral could be a bit more accurate, but it's caught the essence of that morning. This was a sketch club outing, and we had some horrendous weather while we were there. Started off quite nicely, and then we had this massive shower, rain cloud came in, battered us all, but we did get a rainbow out of it, which I just managed to sketch in before it disappeared. And there was a little bit of blue sky, look, as you can see in the top left of my sketch. So that was a super quick one again because of the weather. And for the last one I wanted to do something special, so I went back to my hometown of Stratford-on-Avon. So this is the view from where we called the Butts, and we're swinging around to Stratford here. So you've got Holy Trinity somewhere there, Holy Trinity Church, Shakespeare's buried. You've got the theatre somewhere there, and over here we've got Welcome Hills, which is where I've been with the dogs a lot, and I think that's the view I'm going to focus on in this last sketch in this book, with this mistletoe in the tree there. So let's get on with it and see what we come up with. And there's my palette as I was mixing the colours for this landscape. You see I've got a yellow ochre mixed in with that as well. Lots of oranges and pinks, because the landscape is very varied. Clouds are often quite pink as well. As you can see up there, they're moving around quite quickly. It was quite windy, but it wasn't too cold actually there on that hill. I used to walk the dogs a lot up there, many times when I was a teenager. It was a favourite location. And I always date the sketches. Usually, not always with the time, but I do like to put the date and where it was, because you'd be surprised how much you can forget like that. It just jogs your memory in case some locations are a bit unfamiliar, like farm tracks and things. So yeah, I like to always write these details in on every sketch I do, and that when you look back at them in years to come, it takes you right back to that moment. It's a lot more than a photograph can. It transports you back to that moment. And that's that. Last one. That's it. Book's finished. Pith. Where are we? Can't even see it now. It's been so well used. Can't even see the embossed Pith mark on there. There we are. Pith. All done. All finished. Lots of different sketches. Coastal tracks, farm tracks, public parks, boating lakes, grey days, and landscapes. Great. What a brilliant project. See if I can make it to book, shall we? Cheers. Bye for now. Right, I hope you enjoyed that video. Great project. Yeah, really good fun. All out, mostly outdoor work in Casein, which is a great medium I find for sketching. So I hope you enjoyed the video. So thanks for watching. All the best and bye for now.